Success. It's the word that has been romanticized for centuries, painted in gold, wrapped in luxury, and sold as the ultimate dream of every ambitious soul. But what nobody tells you is that the path to success is not just a climb to the top of the mountain, it's a climb into isolation, pressure, betrayal, and a constant battle with yourself. You see, people love to celebrate the highlight reels, the wealth, the recognition, the applause. But behind every smiling photo, behind every trophy moment, lies a hidden cost that most will never understand. Today, I'm going to tell you what no motivational speaker, no Instagram influencer, and no self-help book dares to say. I'm going to expose the dark side of success, the side that nobody wants to talk about, but everyone who achieves it eventually faces. When you start chasing success, at first it feels exciting. You are fueled by ambition, driven by dreams, and motivated by the idea of proving yourself to the world. People cheer you on, they clap for your small wins, they admire your energy, but slowly something changes. The more progress you make, the more distance you create between yourself and others. Friends who once supported you start to feel threatened. Family members who once encouraged you begin to whisper behind your back. Suddenly, the same people who once clapped for you now secretly hope for your downfall because your growth reminds them of their own stagnation. Success isolates. Not because you want it to, but because people cannot handle watching someone else escape the mediocrity they are stuck in, and then comes the pressure. The world only sees your wins, but they don't see the sleepless nights, the constant stress, and the unbearable weight of expectation. The higher you rise, the more people demand from you. They expect you to always deliver, always perform, always win. If you slip, even once, the same crowd that cheered you on will be the first to laugh, to criticize, to call you a failure. Success doesn't just give you rewards. It also gives you enemies. It paints a target on your back. And the bigger your achievements, the bigger that target becomes. But perhaps the darkest part of success is not the external pressure, it's the internal war. Success will test your character in ways you never imagined. You will be tempted with shortcuts, fake friends, shallow pleasures, and the constant lure of ego. Many people who reach success lose themselves in the process. They trade authenticity for image, happiness for validation, and peace for recognition. They wear masks, living not for themselves, but for the expectations of others. That's why you see wealthy, famous, successful people who are miserable, depressed, or even self-destructive. They won the world, but lost themselves in the process, and let's not forget betrayal. The closer you get to success, the more snakes you will encounter. Business partners, friends, even family people you trusted will show their true colors when money, status, or recognition enters the picture. Success reveals people. It exposes who is loyal and who is opportunistic. Many times, the ones who hurt you the most will be the ones you once loved the most. That is the cruel irony of success. It doesn't just make you stronger, it forces you to face heartbreaks you never expected. The dark side of success also includes a paradox. The more you achieve, the emptier it can feel. Think about it. You spend years chasing a goal, sacrificing sleep, relationships, and even your health. You finally reach it, and then what? The applause fades. The achievement feels temporary. The excitement disappears. Suddenly, you realize that the goal itself was never enough. It was the chase that kept you alive. This is why so many successful people become restless, addicted to the next milestone, the next deal, the next challenge. They are never truly satisfied. They are trapped in an endless cycle of chasing, achieving, and feeling empty again. But here's the truth nobody tells you. The dark side of success is not a reason to avoid it, it's a reason to prepare for it. If you know what awaits you, you can armor yourself. You can train your mind to handle isolation, to filter out toxic people, to build discipline stronger than temptation, and to protect your inner peace while conquering the outer world. Success will demand sacrifices, yes, but if you are aware of its shadows, you can make those sacrifices without losing yourself. So the question is not whether success has a dark side. It does. The real question is, will you let the shadows consume you, or will you learn to walk through the darkness with your soul intact? Because at the end of the day, true success is not just about what you gain, it's about what you refuse to lose. Success. It's the word that has been romanticized for centuries, painted in gold, wrapped in luxury, and sold as the ultimate dream of every ambitious soul. But what nobody tells you is that the path to success is not just a climb to the top of the mountain, it's a climb into isolation, pressure, betrayal, and a constant battle with yourself. People love to celebrate the highlight reels, the wealth, the recognition, the applause. But behind every smiling photo, behind every trophy moment, lies a hidden cost that most will never understand. Today, I'm going to tell you what no motivational speaker, no Instagram influencer, and no self-help book dares to say. I'm going to expose the dark side of success, the side that nobody wants to talk about, but everyone who achieves it eventually faces. When you first begin the pursuit of success, it feels like a dream. You're energized, filled with ambition, and supported by people who cheer you on. Every small victory feels like proof that you're destined for something greater. But slowly, reality sets in. As you rise, you begin to notice the silence. The same friends who used to support you don't clap as loud anymore. The same family who once encouraged you now warns you to slow down. And the truth is simple. Success changes the way people see you. Some admire you, yes. But many resent you because your progress becomes a mirror to their own lack of movement. You didn't change. They did. That is the first dark truth. Success isolates. It doesn't matter how kind you are, how generous you are, or how much you try to bring others with you. The higher you climb, the fewer people can follow. And when they can't follow, they often choose to criticize instead. Then comes the second dark truth. Pressure. Success is not a one-time achievement. It's not a single trophy or a single moment. Success creates expectation. Once you win, you are expected to keep winning. Once you achieve, you are expected to keep achieving. The applause of the crowd is never permanent. It has to be earned again and again. That pressure is invisible to outsiders, but it is crushing to the one who carries it. You are no longer free to fail. Every mistake becomes magnified. Every weakness becomes gossip. Every stumble becomes entertainment for those waiting for your fall. And then comes betrayal. Success attracts people, but not always the right people. The closer you get to the top, the more snakes you will encounter. Some will disguise themselves as friends, some as partners, some even as family. They will smile to your face while secretly planning to use you, drain you, or even replace you. Success reveals human nature in its rawest form. It exposes who truly supports you and who only wanted something from you. Many times, the people you lose along the way will hurt more than the challenges you face. Because it's not the stranger who breaks your heart, it's the one you trusted most. But the darkest side of success is not the external battles. It's the internal ones. Success will test your character. It will seduce you with ego, with a desire for recognition, with a constant craving for validation. Many who achieve success lose themselves in the process. They forget why they started. They begin living not for their own values, but for the applause of strangers. They trade authenticity for image. They trade happiness for approval. And in that moment, success becomes a prison. You look rich, powerful, and admired from the outside, but inside you feel trapped, empty, and exhausted. This is why so many wealthy, famous, and successful people fall into depression, addiction, or self-destruction. They have everything the world told them to want, yet they feel nothing inside. They won the game, but lost their soul. There is also the paradox of success, the emptiness after achievement. You spend years chasing a goal, sacrificing your time, your health, your relationships. Finally, you reach it. You achieve what you thought would bring ultimate fulfillment, but then, silence. The applause fades, the excitement fades. The victory feels temporary, and soon you realize that the dream was never about the destination, it was about the chase. Without the chase, without the hunger, you feel lost. That is why successful people often keep pushing, keep grinding, keep seeking more, not because they need it, but because they fear the emptiness that comes when the chase ends. This is the cycle nobody talks about. Success is addictive. Once you taste it, you crave more. But like any addiction, the more you get, the less it satisfies. The first million feels incredible, the second million feels normal, and the third feels empty. The first recognition feels like a dream, the next feels expected, and the one after feels hollow. That's the trap. Success keeps raising the bar but never fills the void. But here's the truth. The dark side of success is not a reason to avoid it, it's a reason to prepare for it. If you know what awaits you, you can build the armor to survive it. You can prepare your mind to handle isolation, to resist temptation, to filter out fake people, and to protect your inner peace while you conquer the outer.